Hi everyone. Tonight we're having a story time with the Deviant Moon. This image that I'm showing you is the Seven of Swords. So let me read it to you now. Here's the cover of the book, Deviant Moon Tarot. Seven of Swords. A masked harlequin attempts to swallow his swords in a dramatic display of skill. He contorts his long body into a precarious position, balancing a heavy sword across his feet, while another sword dangles on a rope above his wide open mouth. More concerned with his flashy appearance, the harlequin rushes to perform before he is competent in his art. He has one foot twisted backwards while the other is bare, suggesting that he is not quite prepared to execute such a daring act. Regardless, the impulsive harlequin continues his risky performance, even though his plans are seriously flawed. The frayed rope which binds the two blades above him will soon break, leaving him in a tragic predicament. Three swords stand, stabbed into the ground, representing past failures. Although the harlequin has tried this stunt before, he has not learned from his mistakes. He continues to do things the way he always has, and wonders why he always gets the same miserable results. At his side lie two swords that he hopes to use successfully in the future. They will be failures as well if the foolish harlequin does not modify his technique. With fingers crossed, he relies on luck more than a sound strategy. Upright meanings. Don't make a fool of yourself. An ill conceived plan is about to lead you directly down a path of failure. Like the reckless harlequin, you may be putting yourself at risk due to a lack of foresight. Know that your hasty actions will only bring ruin to all that you've strived for. Furthermore, you must not become overconfident. You may be overlooking vital details and ignoring danger in your hurry to achieve a spectacular outcome. It is unwise to presume that all will work out by chance alone. Take the time needed to review your ideas and be flexible enough to make crucial adjustments. Reversed meanings. Don't be deterred by setbacks. You will need to make many attempts before you attain the positive result you desire. Although your undertakings may have failed before, there's a way to succeed, providing you are willing to try something radically new. Be persistent and keep your goals foremost in your mind. Through trial and error, you will eventually realize your ambitions in a unique and astonishing way. Then on the next page, we have some of his older versions of the Seven of Swords. So let's give it a shot and show you. This is what it used to be like before we got to the finished product. Dangling, like a dangling carrot. Okay, let's read what it says here. The Acrobat was the name of the card before. Many of the characters found in the Deviant Moon deck developed from inconsequential scribbles over the years. When I began to design the Seven of Swords, I immediately thought of an old crayon sketch I had made more than 2 decades earlier. The drawing portrayed a little acrobat performing a balancing act with balls, strings, and sticks. Like many other neglected and forgotten characters, this one demanded a role in the Deviant Moon Tarot as well, although he needed to undergo a few changes first. As the final variation of the card progressed, the acrobat eventually evolved into a sword-swallowing harlequin. However, he never lost his playful essence or his twisted foot in the transformation. And that's what we have to say about the Seven of Swords. Give me a second here. Okay, so I just wanted to give you very quickly another vision of the Seven of Swords, the one that we all know from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this is from the element air, so we're talking about the mind, we're talking about the thoughts, and things that are going through our mind. So we see that he's going one way, he's heading one way, but he's looking back another way. So it's like I also have the book of Susan T. Chang here. So we're talking about a divided mind. So it's like when you're not aligned, you're walking somewhere, but you're thinking you're going back. So really, you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere, and the card is a card of when you deceive yourself or when you're lying to yourself, because you're not aligned. Because when you know what you want and you go towards it, then we have the Six of Swords. We don't have the looking back. We're looking back because we're not sure what was left behind. Should we go forward? Should we go back? So they call it the divided mind. So it's when you're convinced of something, but it's really not truth. So he's actually at this time infiltrating enemy camp because he's like at it looks like he's at a circus, right? But here in the back you see a group of people with wands. I like to think of this as the Five of Wands in the back. And they call this card when he's being um, discreetly, quietly, privately dishonest. So it's a private dishonesty, something done in secret. He's tiptoeing, doesn't want anybody to know. Not a very good card for love, let me tell you, but it's not a very good card for anything. It's when you want to be, it's when you're a lone wolf and you don't feel good in a crowd, and you slip out early maybe and you don't tell anybody where you're going. But it's seen as a Five of Swords act. It's like infiltrating, as well. And it's about gossip, talking about others, and then stabbing them in the back eventually is where he's heading towards. It's also a card about thievery, robbing. What could he be robbing? He's robbing other people's ideas, their words. It's a card of manipulation, so it's mental manipulation. It's a card of like gaslighting. We don't want to see it at all with the card of the devil because that just reinforces all of that. So it's deceit, lies, manipulation, tiptoeing about secret plans, um, a strategy that gets you nowhere. But there are times in life when sometimes you need to get out of a sticky situation. So if I see this card with the devil, I would say, listen, get out of there quick and have a plan, a strategy, and just move quietly. And that might be the best thing for you. There are situations in life that are dangerous, and this reminds me of that woman who ran with the wolves and the story of Bluebeard. You have to, he's sneaky, he's crafty, he's like a snake, he's slithering around there, nobody's seeing it. So depends on what position it's in, but it's a very uncomfortable card because we know what we're doing, and so we feel guilty about it as well. So it's not an easy card. So in this card, the manipulation is he says one thing and does another. So on purpose, so it's trickery, it's thievery, So he's this card is called the Lord of Unstable Effort. Yeah, you're trying to do something, and there's definitely an effort, but either you're not trying hard enough or you're being thwarted at every turn. And so it's like a back and forth thing here. Let me see what else. Oh, this is a card of the kleptomaniac as well. And so um, this is the card of like the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. That's what he's looking back at. He might be heading towards going away, but he's got a plan. And so if he's seen things for what they were and he got himself away from a certain situation, why is he wanting to look back? What is he hiding? So let me see what else I can get out of this book here, because it's really an involved book and I don't really have much more to give you, but I think I said everything here. So yeah, this is like the trickster. This is like the same card of the Two of Pentacles. He could be a kind of magician, this card, but he's definitely really not doing something very good. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say about the Seven. We don't really want to see, but there are times when we need to look close and say, what are you doing? What are you trying to gain from this? Because you're going to be sorry afterwards. It's better to come out and tell the truth instead of going to great lengths to hide something because you're afraid of something else. It's just, let's just face the music immediately. And that's the Seven of Swords. Well, okay then. Till next time.